Good day, I'm Samantha Gameda, your host, and you're watching Sammy's Kitchen Season 2. This is the first episode for the whole season, and we're going to focus on one topic only: vegetables. What are vegetables? A vegetable is a type of plant or part of a plant that is used as food, typically as a accompaniment to meat and fish, such as cabbages, potatoes, and carrots. In this video, we're actually going to focus on one vegetable only, my forever favorite, potatoes. The first episode is going to have two parts. The first is that we will demonstrate and discuss 5 different ways to cut vegetables. The second is that we will use the cuts featured in this video to make dishes in the second video. But before we begin, we of course should do the essentials first. Wearing right PP and sanitation. Here are the tools and equipments we're going to need: a cutting board, a sharp knife, a peeler, bowls, a pan, a pot, a stove, and a colander. Now let's start. Here are 5 simple vegetable cuts that you can do. The first cut is fairly common. It's called patins and is mostly used for French fries. We'll slice one end of the potatoes to keep them stable. Now that our potatoes have stopped moving, we'll begin cutting them into 1 cm thick slices. Place the slices on top of each other and repeat the process. The next cut is wedges, which is frequently used to make potato wedges. To begin, we cut the center of the potatoes in half, yielding 1/2 of the potato. The next step is to cut it along the middle once more. The final step is to cut it diagonally or slanty to create these forms. The third cut is known as slices, and it's arguably the most fundamental. These can be made into potato chips. This one is extremely simple. Just simply hold the knife and potatoes for me and begin slicing the potatoes in a very thin shape, as seen here. The fourth and fifth cuts are actually the same but in different sizes. These are known as the cube or dices. In the fourth one, we'll cut them into small cubes by cutting the potatoes into patterns and then using those strips to create small cubes. The fifth one will demonstrate how to construct the medium-sized one, which will be made by cutting the potatoes into patterns but slicing them a little bit thicker. To avoid wasting the leftovers or additional potatoes from the previous cuts, we'll utilize a technique called juliennes, which involve cutting the extras with long thin slices of vegetables. I really hope you guys learned something new when it comes to preparing and cutting vegetables. And thank you all so much for watching the first part of episode 1. Let's move on to the next video where we're going to present vegetable dishes featuring the cuts shown in this video.